matchup thus far this season, Chase. It does not get any bigger than this. I suggest 15 million or so people will be watching this one. What up?
The name of the segment was called Scout Team.
Yeah.
I was undrafted. You played 4 years. The superstars are over. Is that why we're on the ground right now talking college?
No, Chase, because we are scouting.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just making sure.
Okay, right. Get this. I'm here with the two-time Heisman Trophy finalist. That is Chase. Missouri now in the SEC, so you know about these two teams.
Big
I would suggest more than anybody in the college game right now. Who needs a win more? This game is huge. I mean, it's huge.
It's massive. I mean, battle of the Goliaths, right?
Yes.
I think it's Alabama without a doubt. And I say that because where's Nick Saban? He gone. Kalen DeBoer comes over from Washington. You go from Washington, which he did a good job at.
Yeah.
You're at Alabama.
Yeah.
Let me say it again. Alabama. The expectations are sky high there. You got this guy right here, Jalen Milroe. He's playing at an unbelievable rate. 4 touchdowns in every game this year. Georgia, you told me they were 45-2.
Yeah.
And both losses?
To Alabama.
Alabama. So I got to see Kellen DeBoer coaching them.
Alabama has beat Georgia not just once. They beat them twice, keeping them from national championship games, you could suggest. Georgia is actually 49-2 over the last 51 games. Their only 2 losses are, in fact, to Alabama. Now, who do you think is going to be the difference maker on the field? What player? Because when I look at it, I see Jalen Milroe. If y'all remember, last time Georgia and Alabama played, Alabama had to get a first down, and they kept the ball in Jalen Milroe's hands. I believe it was 2nd and 7 with about 2 minutes left, and he ran and picked up the first down when Georgia had to get a stop. Who's the most special player on the field?
I think it's Jalen Monroe, without a doubt. But Carson Beck's pretty good, too.
Yeah, he is.
Like these two guys, it starts and ends with the quarterback. And when I say Jalen Monroe is because last year on film, he was running the ball a little bit more. He really wasn't, I don't want to step on any toes. He really wasn't playing quarterback. This new offensive coordinator and this head coach, they have him playing quarterback. He has gotten a lot better with experience, with big games, everything like that. So not only is he trying to run the football, it's not like he's taken off. He's sitting in the pocket. He's going through progressions. He looks to me like one of the best players in all of college football.
If indeed Milroe can continue to throw the ball from the pocket as I've seen him do it this year, he is the best quarterback in college football.
No doubt.
Because nobody can run like him.
No.
None of the elites, that is. When I think about Shedeur Sanders, when I think about Quinn Ewers, when I think about Carson Beck, when I think about Drew Allen, when I think about Cam Ward, none of them can run like him. But if he now has the ability, that's Alabama's quarterback, to throw the ball from the pocket like he's been doing, it takes him to a completely different level.
And he's trusting his young receiver, right? He's 17 years old, Ryan Williams right there. I mean, I'm watching that, and I'm like, how does Bama continue to get all these wide receivers? He's got to be better from the pocket. But don't think that Georgia's going to roll over, even though it's on the road. That defense is the strength of that team. That's what I said. That defense is the strength of that team. I got to see something for you in the biggest matchup this year. What you got, young guy?
I mean, it's huge. Think about Georgia's coach, Kirby Smart, was the defensive coordinator for Alabama under Nick Saban when they won their several national championships. I played against Kirby Smart. The Alabama team has a lot of Georgia players. The Georgia team has a lot of Alabama players. This is a huge matchup. 2 big-time coaches, huge programs. You better be watching, Chase. I appreciate you, big dog.
Scout team.
Hey, when we return, we got to go to the quarterback room in the NFL. Somebody, and that's exactly what the Cowboys did. The first 2 weeks, the Cowboys allowed 464 rushing yards, 15 10-plus yard runs, 7 rushing touchdowns. That's the last 2 games. And why did they do it? I'm going to show you that first. Then I'm going to show you the corrections that they made. Watch this player. Damari Beyond Overshown was a dog last night, but this was week 2. Watch how he gets blocked, can't get off of the block, and Kamara scores right there. He's getting blocked. He doesn't use his hands to shut the block, and Alvin Kamara, he gets into the end zone. See, that was week 2, but then we discussed bringing your hard hat to work versus the New York Giants, and what I want y'all to see is the engagement that he makes this week. Here's what I want y'all to see. Watch the same lineman try to come up there and block him. He's going to engage, he's going to disengage, and bam, he's going to go out there and make a tackle. So can you improve from week to week? That is the question that we have to ask. Remember, against the Saints, he's getting blocked. He was the nail, not the hammer. But against the Giants, he turned into the hammer and not the nail. But press, disengage, get off the block, run, make a tackle, and deliver a violent tackle with force. So when I'm talking in a post-game meeting about the growth the Cowboys needed to make, look no further than number 13. Look at him in week 2. Again, he's coming off an ACL injury. He's not shedding a block. But by week 4, now you're taking on a lineman, disengaging from a lineman, making an aggressive tackle. That was the improvement. That was one of the concerns I needed to see him put to rest. He did that. Let me head to the desk because that was just one.
That was nice, bro.
Of many concerns. Thank you, my brother. But the Cowboys got a lot of concerns, Shady.
No, 13 good.
A lot of concerns. 13 a bad man.
When the players, sideline, so you can see the speed, the difference, right? Closing, covering, everything. He's nice.
He a bad man.
Texas boy?
Yeah, Texas boy. You already know what it did.
We didn't say that to start the show. Why not?
I said it online. You know what I mean? I didn't want to show my bias. I don't want to show my bias. Anyway, 2-5. Cowboys got a lot of concerns. I just show one. Don't get it twisted. I just show one. They have a lot. Have they put all the concerns to rest?
Not at all. I mean, to me, it's like the Giants ain't like the test, right? That's not the real test. I think the Giants would be picking in the top 10 this year. We can all safely say that that might happen. The other thing is, every game won't be against Daniel Jones, right? Even though he looked really, really comfortable, what happens if we play a really good team with an even better line, with a better offensive wide receivers, and a better quarterback? That was a real battle right there. If you had money on this game, at the end of the game, you were still nervous until they sealed the game away. I'll say this, though. The years in the past, the Giants, I can see a 12-win type of team. Every year, I can see it. And they dominate in the regular season.
Yeah.
I didn't see that last night. So you talk about concerns, I'm still worried about the Cowboys. I don't know if they're still a good team like they used to be. Defense. Because even like that, like seeing Daniel Jones going up and down the field, that was alarming to me. Like, how's he doing, right? Yeah. The defensive coverage, I didn't even see no type of pressure. I'm used to seeing Micah in there all the time. DeMarcus Lawrence, before he got hurt, I didn't see him in there. Like, you stopped the run, I mean, but is the Giants really a running team? No. So all the questions I got to get answered. Another thing is rushing the ball, right? They ranked like 31st in rushing. Last night, I didn't even see them rushing the ball like that. You had CeeDee Lamb in the backfield. What are we talking about?
That's a good point.
Right?
That's a really good point.
He can't go out there and have 100 yards receiving, a whole bunch of targets, and then come in the backfield and get some carries. It don't work like that. It's the league.
Yeah.
So I got to see it, man, because if not, I don't see them winning 12 games. I see them winning like 8 or 9.
Yeah, when you have to get super creative on the offensive side of the ball, that means you're missing something. You know what I mean? That means you do not have a lot of weapons. And if you do not have a lot of weapons, I think that is going to catch up to you when you get into the playoffs. Unless you have a quarterback like Josh Allen to erase some of that stuff. With his legs, with his arm. I don't necessarily know that Dak Prescott is that guy. Offensively, they need to compete and get into the playoffs because they're used to getting into the playoffs. Whatever we want to say about them in the playoffs, they punch their ticket to get into the playoffs. I don't know if this Cowboys team, the way they are playing football right now and the way that they are built, are a playoff football team from 4 weeks, in my opinion, watching it. And y'all know how I feel about Coach Mike. I feel like Coach Mike don't get enough respect as a head coach. So y'all know but when I'm watching the Dallas Cowboys, if I'm really keeping it a buck, they struggle with other playmakers outside of CeeDee Lamb. Somebody's going to have to step up. And then defensively, your best player on the team is Micah Parsons, right? Another really good player is DeMarcus Lawrence. They ain't really sniffed the quarterback. They ain't really had no pressure. So we can't get pressure on the quarterback. We don't have enough playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. And when we play solid running teams, we can't stop the run. So I'm not really encouraged what I'm seeing with the Dallas Cowboys right now. I'm praying and hoping I do get encouraged because they can change my mind with this stretch of games they got coming
Exactly
up.
right.
With the Steelers, with the Niners, with the Lions.
Why are you praying for them to do well?
Because I'm a Coach Mike fan, man. I ride with Coach Mike. Yeah.
I don't think they put their concerns to rest. I think it's actually absurd to think that against the Giants, you can go out there and you don't have a run game, you don't have run defense, you struggle on the offensive side of the ball without one playmaker. You can't do that in one game because the Giants are 4-25 versus the Dallas Cowboys since 2017. 4-25. Okay, so like the Giants just don't even put up a fight against the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, the Giants are 4-25 versus Dallas and Philly.
There we go.
Okay, but like those are the best two divisions, the two teams in that division, right? So I think that, look, the Giants had 26 rushing yards, but it's the Giants, right? Like I like their running back, he's fine, it's great. But they got to find a better run game alternative on that offensive side of the football. Because when you alluded to it, you're putting CeeDee Lamb in the backfield and running wide zone with CeeDee Lamb. Like, I think Zeke needs to get more involved. Rico Dowdle, like, where's Dalvin Cook in this whole conversation? You know what I mean?
And that's the problem. And I don't mind that. You know what I mean? Like, Coach Mike got creative and got his playmaker the ball. I don't mind that. I truly believe if it was another coach, we'd be like, did you see him draw that up? You don't know for real, though.
It didn't work,
have
though.
his receiver in the backfield and get 7 yards, whatever.
Yeah, like
We'd
9
be
yards.
talking about Acho probably would be big board. How special Cal Shanahan is right now. Put Brandon Ayuk in the backfield. We'd be talking about that. But at the end,